What do you do at night during the full moonlight? I like to try to do my artwork. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how I make my moon water for watercolor purposes. In this video right now, I'm just clearing it with the incense from my matchstick. Come along with me and you can join along if you wish. This is my setup that I have. I have my watercolor notepad, my candle. It's Nightfall and it's from Witch City Wicks. Very nice scent. And where are my tools that I have on my desk. I'll be showing you up close in a second all the things that I'll be using today in this video. I have plenty of bottles set up, and this is some of the stuff that I have set up as well. As you can see, all of them are different and they don't have any suggested bottle that I use. I like to use a mustard bottle, my cat bottle, and my brown glass bottle. And then I also have my markers here, my pencils, and eraser. As you can see, the mustard bottle, it's a little goofy, but it gets the job done. And I use it for sun water. And for this one, I usually use a big batch of moon water for. But anyways, I'm gonna start with my pencil. Now I'm gonna move on to actually starting my thing. And I'm real, and I'm gonna show you that I cheat making my circles. I can't draw the perfect circle every time. So in this case, I'd use a little baking ring to make a circle to get that perfect circle that I like. And this pencil is one of my favorites that I like to use for shading and sketching. They're called Rembrandts, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and by Lyra and a company in Germany. But I really love this pencil for sketching. And of course, as a gothic witch, I have to get a black pencil. But as you can see, I'm starting my sketching, and I'm not gonna be doing a whole bunch of moons, but I'm just gonna be focusing on one moon. As I'm recording this, it actually is the last blood moon that we'll be having in the next 5 years. So there won't be a proper full blood moon for a long time, and that's why I got really inspired and just felt the energy from the moon and felt the connection with it and felt inspired to draw it and try to put it in my book of artwork and watercolors. And if you want, you can use many different moon phases. There's not just only that one. Here's my moon. I did a full moon again. I wanted to kind of incorporate my own style into it. And this is just the beginning of the sketch, and I'll move on to actually adding the watercolors, which again, I'm really super excited to share these watercolors. They blend really well with the use of watercolors and biodegradable watercolor paint, as well as the moon water. And here's Salem, because he couldn't interrupt a video without having to come up and just be like, pet me. So, little goofball. So these watercolors that I have stored back here has a very convenient pouch. I have Viviana colors, and Viviana colors color sheets are super unique, and you can bring them on the go when you're traveling. So if you want to bring it in your travel altar and draw a divinational piece for your deity that you work with or wish to honor, you can. and it's biodegradable. It's super vivid. I've tried it out even before this video, and as you can see, you have plenty of colors, yellows, and with this one I'm using yellow ochre, and then burnt umber. With my watercolor pen, I'm just gonna dab it, the one that we filled up with the moon water from earlier, and just start, going painting around my paper, making it look really pretty and nice. Again, this is just like a yellow ochre kind of color that I'm using with the watercolor sheet. And the sheet, again, I really just love because it's biodegradable, so it's just if you are self-conscious type of witch about being green safe, this is the one that you would like to get probably. And also just fantastic for traveling witches as well. And here's the final product of the yellow ochre wash. I'm gonna wash my little brush off in some moon water, just dab it off, make sure we clean it, and then I'm gonna move on to my next color. So, what was I talking about earlier where you can do whatever moon phase you kind of like? Well, there's 4 primary moon phases that most witches, pagans, however you identify in the spiritual kind of pagan sphere. There's the new moon, the first quarter, the full moon, and the last quarter. But there's also some secondary stuff that we can consider, like the waxing crescent, the waxing gibbous, the waning gibbous, and the waning crescent. There's also other things like the blue moon and the blood moon, which during the recording of this video, it's the blood moon. And we also can try to count the eclipse in some form or another, since it's technically the moon and the sun coming together. And now I'm moving on to adding some Posca pen, which I had to switch out because it was dulling out for some reason and splatting ink, so I ended up using my new Copic pens, which I really love for ink use in drawings. I think it adds a lot of detail on top of watercolors, and again, when you are making a sigil or making artwork for your spirituality-based craft, don't limit yourself. Now I've moved on to a Jelly Roller pen, and this is just adding extra details to the moon and making it extra nice and stand out. I wanted to give it a really unique kind of look with the exterior of the moon and give it these weird spirally kind of lines that go around it. I really love the idea that I came up with for this design, and when you do your own design, if you just want to do a simple sigil or even just fill out the whole page, you can do whatever you feel is necessary and right to you for your own craft and your own practice. Or if you're just an artist wanting to practice getting better at watercolors and inking. This dotting was really satisfying, actually. It's just like pow, 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 getting all that stressful energy out. And again, doing this kind of art piece that makes you happy in the end and is also a divinational thing. Now that the art piece is done, I think I'm gonna make this into a sticker. I really enjoyed it so much and really liked this piece. And if you want to look at this and buy it as a sticker, it's on my shop. But again, always feel connected to using moon water for your watercolors. It's very versatile. You can use definitely different colors and even get different paints. And with that, check the description for the sticker and my shop link. And good night, everybody, and good day.